Hey guys, and welcome to Kittens Corner Creation, episode number 3. I know I said I'm going to do a beginning video, but not today. I'm still working on it. I kind of need some videos first to have stuff that I can reflect on to do that, so bear with me. So today we're going to actually do our first review on art products. To let you know, I'm not just to get that out of the way. I'm not affiliated or sponsored by the art product, so you're getting my honest opinion on it. And I would hope that even if I was sponsored, that I would be allowed to tell you the honest truth about someone's product if they ask me to test it. But that's neither here nor there right now because we're literally just getting started and nobody's gonna sponsor me, right? No, but right now I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be sponsored. Probably at least this first year. I don't know. Who knows? Might get lucky. But anyway, we have our book, which was a gift for the holiday. And this is going to be a very important book because this is where we're going to probably sketch out and do most of our work. It is also how I am taking my art classes. By art classes, I am watching beginning drawing videos on the YouTube. And ironically, some of my work is in here, some of my from day one. And you go, "Oh, some you might say, yeah, it's pretty good for day one, but I'm learning I have a long way to go to get where I want to go. But interestingly enough, I am learning that they really kind of want you, and I can't turn these thick pages. That you start off with something very simple, like circles and lines, and I was like, circles and lines. I don't want to start with circles and lines, but everything starts off with practice. Even with the piano, you had to do the scales over and over and over again. And anyone who ever played the piano, your eyes are going, oh my God, yes, because it's true. But what happens is you do this, do 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 2,492 times, and eventually you can do it without even looking down and without thinking about it. So repetition makes it comfortable, and when you're comfortable with it, you can do it unconsciously. The same thing goes for art and anything else you want to learn. Repetition is the way we learn and we get it etched in our brains and it stays with us forever. I promise you, when I'm 92 and my okay, my great grandkids at least go, great grandma, have you ever played the piano? I'm like, not really, but I can knock out those scales and I'm gonna still be able to go to the piano and run those scales for them, and probably still do. When you do the three fingers, two fingers, chords. That's it. When you do the chords, I could probably still run some of the chords right now, but I haven't. And I've been out of practice from the piano. Gosh, almost 20 years. I started trying to relearn it. So yeah, so art is the same way. And not saying that you have to do art, but it's fun. So if you're gonna make it fun, I feel like with any craft, just like with the reborn dolls, when you want to do something great, when you're not great, but if you want to do something well, then you need to practice your skill, whatever that skill may be. All right, guys. So to do this test, we are going to use our pencils, some erasers because people make mistakes. If you don't have one, we need one of these that says life. But sometimes you can't correct your mistakes. But sometimes you wish that you could correct your mistakes. But art is one of those things to get started. You can. And the coup de grace, the test subject, is sitting in here. Dun, dun, dun. This is a Christmas present from my dear mother. And because I threw out a hint that I was getting started in art, and this was her brilliant idea, and I love it. So we're going to test the King Art kit, and it fell. It fell. Okay, so we have one, two, three. I forgot about the watercolors, but we have watercolors. We have watercolors, markers, markers, color pencils, pastels, and crayon. Now, I kind of omitted the watercolors for some particular reason in the first set of testing, so I gotta go back, guys, and kind of set up for that faux pas. I apologize for it, but I do want them, since they are here, we going to test them and see which one we like better, two, which one is brighter as far as quality, etc., etc. So we're gonna run a few tests, have a little fun, and see what we wanna go. We wanna, and that was really bad news because I was finna say wanna gonna work with, but what we wanna work with, and what's gonna be a great medium to do great future projects. So bear with me. I'm gonna set up the test subjects. Okay, as you can see, we have our track, as it were, for our art supplies. And as you can see, I've added watercolor to the race. I've also put a paper underneath just in case it bleeds through, which is one of the tests. I probably need to put something for the marker one, which I am pretty sure is going to try to bleed through too. But here we go. It's really simple. We're going to do the swatches here, and then we will do the pictures. All right, let's get started, shall we? And done, guys. We're done with the first part. Let me just start by saying, wow, my expectations and what really happened is totally different from what we got. So let's start off with the crayon. As you can see, it tried to do the gradient thing, which is pretty awesome. So that's something to take note of. That I was thinking, well, who the one I thought was going to do the gradient really well actually didn't. It didn't smudge all that much, and that's awesome. So the pastels, in their defense, this is literally my second time actually giving them a go. And I don't know. I think if you were doing a rather large project, this would look messy. I'm not exactly sure if I like it, but and of course it's felt the smudge test all together, but I think that's actually what you're supposed to do to make the colors blend. But of course, we're going to keep trying to learn how to use it and give it a go. The color pencils came out, to be honest, on top to me. I know I didn't, um, the lines weren't as thick as the other ones, and that's what kind of was really interesting. So if you want to do like really sharp colors and sharp lines, rather in color, this is going to be our way to go. But what I'm pleasantly pleased with is the way that the gradients took coloring. It was me using darker over light. So I'm thinking if I did the lighter color last, it would have been even better. So, and then we come to our markers, which was our Willow markers, and wow, I was so shockingly disappointed in the way that they did. They actually smudged as I was doing it, and then I was like, hold up, I didn't do the smudge test, and made it worse. Also, it barely did the gradient, and I do believe that's because it's a water marker. And also, I don't know if you can really tell, but the paper itself is kind of ripping up, lifting up. And then we're gonna swing on over here to our watercolor because I did it off cam because it is on this package glued to the package, so I couldn't pull it off. But as you can see, it did the gradients rather well too. The cam is not doing it justice as far as um it's more of a wispy kind of a color. I'm bringing it very close for you to actually see it. So if you want to do something that's faded in and not so much, and you're not too concerned about it being very popping bright, the watercolors are going to be your way to go. And I do have another water kit, so we're definitely going to be doing some watercolor projects. And I am pleasantly pleased to announce it did not bleed through to my other pictures. And just to give the watercolor marker credit, it did not as well. Alright, guys, I'm gonna do the test with the pictures I drew, and I'm gonna do those off cam so I can take my time and really do them. And then we'll get back with our final decision on this art kit. Alright, see you in a few. And we're done, guys. And here are our 5 pictures. Of course, the watercolor is standing by itself. Let's start with it since it is the little lone wolf over here. Yeah, I kind of almost rage quit twice with it because the little things have to get wet, and the brush I was using from the kit to make it fair was questionable. At the same time, I love the mystic look that these colors brings. So I think if I blended it with a different medium, like perhaps the markers, this would be a really great way of doing the art. And but again, I want to make sure so you're seeing it when I see it. And no, it did not bleed through. All right, let's go over to our crowded page. This is our crayons. And true to form, crayon's gonna do what crayon's gonna do. I tried to do the color blend in the middle. And this is our pastel, which was supposed to be the one that we are supposed to color blend. I don't know. And again, it could be user error because again, like I said, I this is my probably second time working with it. And this is our colored pencils, and I tried to do the blending with that as well. It turned out a little bit better, but I think it's a little light. But I think if we were doing it fair and did our outlining with a darker color and shadowing and so on and so forth, like if we put some real like effort and time into it, this would have been a really great picture. And this, of course, is our markers. And in our markers defense, I was almost done with the picture when I realized that I had only touched the first row of a 3-row marker set. So this was on me as far as the colors being kind of questionable because I thought my palette was limited to just that one set. Again, just like with the other colors, with a good bit of love shadowing, as you can see I was attempting to do with the tree and then realized no, I'm just supposed to kind of be fair and let it be just one color all the way through. So yeah, I think that those markers could be used like in a crunch, or if you want to take your time and do different hues of markers or what have you. So say one day we would bring up the picture, we started with the soft watercolors and then pull it out with these markers and then finish it off with the alcohol markers that I do have. So, as far as this kit is concerned, yes, like for a starter kit, this is perfect. It gives you a chance to kind of get a feel of each medium, and it gives you a chance to, of course, pick your favorite. And next week, we're going to actually start focusing on one or two of them, kind of blending and working together, but putting 100% of our effort and love into that one particular picture instead of 4 or 5 pictures like we did today, and see how they work out. So, was it worth your money? Awesomely, yes, yes, it definitely was. And yeah, would I recommend you go get it? Sure, go get it. Enjoy it, have fun. It doesn't really make sense to spend a whole lot of money into something you're not sure if you want to do or not. This would be a great starter set for someone. And I'm trying to pull out the paper here without spilling it all over the floor. And again, this was the King Art Wood set. It's 131 pieces. It comes with 36 markers, 24 color pencils, 24 crayons, 24 all pastels, the paintbrush, mixing palette. Oh, I didn't even realize I had a mixing palette. My bad. And scissors, glue, stapler, white paint, wood carrying case, of course, and I'm pretty sure ruler, pretty sure eraser, pencil sharpener. And let me show you in all its glory. And like I said, I was literally only using this row, and for some reason my brain did not remember I had 3 rows. So yeah, definitely worth the money. And if you're willing to learn how to actually master each medium, this is the watercolor, just in case you can't really see it. That's our pencil, sharpener, our pair of scissors, stapler. We're gonna try to do an art project using only this box next week, and we'll see how it goes. We'll start with the pencil, the ruler. Um, it has a separate thing of white paint. Let's give it a go and try to make something cool. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out with me today, and we will see you next time. Kitten's Corner creates.